Alright, so this is hopefully an easy solution, permanent solution to the interface between your pond liner for a stream bed and the tank in the lid. Now you have to have a cord that goes into there that powers your pump, and you want access to there so that you can service your fill valve and possibly pull out your entire pump. The way we've done it in the past is we just drill that lid full of holes and then we just screw it into place, which is great, and it will hold up forever just like that, as it creates a seal on the liner as you screw it down to the top of that tank underneath. However, the problem is as you go in to service that, which you will eventually, is you're going to unscrew that and the screw is going to back out, leave a hole in your liner, which is made to keep water on this side of the liner. And when you put it back together, chances are you're not going to go through that same hole, and that hole could migrate and come out here into the liner. You know, if you had a rock and you had some tension on the liner or something, as you release that tension, say it settled over time or something, you could then pull that hole that was previously under the lid and compressed, forming its own gasket. Now it's out here, and that will create a weep hole which will leak down, fill up alongside your tank forever and always, every time the system runs. So I'm not sure that that is a huge problem, but it's a potential problem that I wanted to avoid. So what I did is I went to our vendor and they had these replacement lids. So I just got another lid and made a permanent collar. So you can see, and I screwed it in 3 places, and these are the high side. I left this low side screw out and didn't even put a screw there, but this isn't, it's not going anywhere. It's not like that's going to blow off in the wind. And so that, hopefully, now my penetrations are, we've achieved a couple things with this. The liner penetration is higher than where water's going to sit, and naturally this is a dish, so hopefully water never sits right here. But when it's running, you will have water here, less likely up here. But this ring is now permanent. We can undo that union there, pull this pump out easily. We can service the float valve. We can turn it off right there, and we can cut right there and pull that whole float assembly out easy enough. But in the meantime, we just drop this lid into place. We can cover this with rocks or whatever media we decide. This will disappear, and then when the time comes that it needs to be serviced, you just pull the rock off, you pull this off, and there it is. There's no monkeying around with this interface between the tank and the lid and the liner, hopefully alleviating any chance for a small weep hole there. Now I know it's probably overkill, but that's the only way I know how to do things. So there you have it. That's my simple solution. I'm sure there's a million different ways, but I just didn't like the method of being able to take this cap off, unscrew that, service this, because you're going to be walking around in here. The ground could shift a little bit, and you pull that liner back a little bit, you know, or rock is sitting here and that liner got taut, so that hole comes over here. You drill another hole in here, put it back together. It works fine until water shows up in somebody's basement. So there you have it. That's my kind of fix to this problem. We'll see how it works out. Maybe it's a utter failure. If it is, I'll be sure to follow up this video with part 2.